Hey everyone, this is Pete, and welcome back to Atari A to Z Flashback, a series of short playthroughs of the 150 games that make up Atari Flashback Classics for Nintendo Switch. Today's game is Adventure 2. Now there's not a ton of information about this game online because there's actually two games out there called Adventure 2. There's this 2600 version, which we'll be looking at today obviously, and there's also a slightly more well-known Atari 5200 version. The Atari 5200 version was developed by a guy called Ron Lloyd, and it was such a substantial project that it eventually ended up with its own packaged physical release courtesy of Atari A, so you can actually get a cartridge for that and plug it into an Atari 5200. This 2600 version we'll be looking at today though, this actually came out 2 years earlier. It was inspired by Ron Lloyd's project, which had released a number of demos and prototypes by this point, but it ended up coming out first. But that does mean that it's not quite so well known because the only way of getting hold of a copy was with an Atari Flashback 2 console, and obviously there was a reasonably limited audience for that, particularly for people who'd already bought some sort of Atari 2600 compatible device or that sort of thing. But anyway, so there's not a ton of new features in Adventure 2 over the original, but it does have a new map. It has more rooms. It has a different layout to the kingdom. It has a new sort of theme to the whole experience, and it's an interesting game in its own right, so it's well worth taking a look at. So without further ado, let's go play Adventure 2. Okay, here we are once again with Atari Flashback Classics, and today we are looking at Adventure 2. Now, as I previously noted, this was a game that was not released for the original 2600. It first appeared on the Atari Flashback 2, released in 2005, so one of many 2600 clone systems that have been released over the years with the Flashback name, by At Games, I think most of them are. But obviously Atari has been involved in all this, and Adventure 2 is effectively a homebrew game that kind of got official, I don't know, the official approval of Atari, I guess. Although the 5200 version I mentioned in the intro also actually got permission from Atari to call itself Adventure 2 as well. So they're both official sequels that were developed by people well after the original, which is kind of cool. So, with this being an unofficial... I just said it was official, didn't I? I don't know. With this being a later release that was not available for the original 2600, we don't have quite the same quality of manual, but we do have some documentation. So here we are. The evil magician has once again stolen the cherished enchanted chalice. Only this time he's made it harder for you to find and hidden it in one of the neighbouring fire or ice kingdoms. Now you are being called on again to rescue the enchanted chalice and place it inside the golden castle where it belongs. The Fire and Ice Kingdoms can only be reached by entering inside of the Hedge Kingdom castle, making your way through its maze to the main chamber. There you must decide your path. To the left you enter the fire pits of the Fire Kingdom, to the right you enter the chilled mazes of the Ice Kingdom. These are different colours rather than actual hazards, you'll be pleased to know. The evil magician has brought back his 3 dragons to hinder you in your quest for the chalice. There is Yorgle, the yellow dragon. We've seen all this before, so a lot of this is just copied and pasted from the original adventure manual. But if we move on... Yeah, so this instructions on the good magic and the bad magic is all the same as the original. But the bit of information that I was trying to track down last time, where it was excusing a bug, it's in this version. Here we are. If there are 4 or more objects, including the castle gates in your area of the kingdom, your magic may or may not work. Sometimes you can slay a dragon, sometimes you can't. However, it is easier to avoid being swallowed by a dragon. If you've slain a dragon and he's blocking your path so you cannot get through, you can use this to your advantage by placing 1 or 2 objects in the same area and then move through the slain dragon. There you go. So bugs aren't always a bad thing. Technical limitations aren't always a bad thing because sometimes you can use them to your advantage. So that's Adventure 2 in a nutshell. So, I've never actually tried this at all. I've played the original Adventure before I did last time's video, but I've never played this one before. So, quite intrigued to give it a look. Right, I say that. I was testing that it was working earlier on, so let's just reset it from the beginning. Now, there's no different game modes in this one. So I'm not sure if it actually randomizes object placement. I have a feeling it might do, but it's certainly not the easy, medium, and hard difficulties that they were in the original. There's just the one mode. So you start as before outside the Golden Castle. Only this time around, apparently you get immediately attacked by a dragon, and there's no gold key just lying around for your convenience. Get away! Get out of my way! This is not how I wanted this to begin. Well, wonderful start there. Let's just start again. Right, so I'd love to... There's a gold key, because yes, the bat is back, and yes, it's just as annoying as before. In fact, I feel like the bat plays almost a more prominent role in this one. In that you need to sort of make use of it to get several items into the right place at once. So, the layout of this game is very different to the original adventure. It's much more complex. There's more in the way of mazes. I think there's something like 47 rooms altogether in this one. And you'll notice that most of the rooms are a bit more sort of visually interesting. They're all sort of themed. I mean, they're still based on huge blocks. But they are sort of vaguely recognisable in this one. Like, if you sort of squint a bit at this one, this looks a bit like a fountain, because this is part of the Water Kingdom. And if we come down here, yeah, there's some sort of rivers and lakes and stuff, and an orange key, which is a little bit out of our reach. So we need to figure out how... Oh, I think the bat's taken it. Alright, so we'll run up here. And get eaten again. So Adventure 2 is also quite a bit harder than the original. Oh, well done. Oh! Hello. What? Oh, I'm being carried around by the dragon. By the bat. But I'm in the dragon's stomach still. Okay, less than practical. Let's reset again, shall we? Right. Okay. So there's lots of sort of dead ends and red herrings in this, so obviously not a lot going on here, for example. Oh, go away! So, I believe we want to be going this way first, and then down here, that's a bit of a dead end. So we go up here instead. Ooh, key. Right, that is the gold key, I believe. So if we just go and take that and just go use that right away, so it's dealt with. Excuse the yelling you might be able to hear outside. I don't know what's going on out there, but it's also a bit warm in here, so I wanted to let a bit of air in. So, right, so we're now in the Hedge Maze, which should lead us to the Hedge Castle. Now, the mazes in this, they work kind of like the ones in the previous adventure, in that they sort of wrap around on each other in various unusual ways. And, of course, stupid dragon bastards get in the way. So this is the starting point of the Hedge Maze here. And I'm dead again. This is going brilliantly. So, ooh, I will take that. Because I think this is probably most useful. Let's pop that. Oh, you shit. Never mind. I'm going to have to talk and run, clearly. Oh. Actually, I don't need that anymore, do I? Or do I? Do I need to unlock the gold castle again? Let's find out together. No. Yeah, that's already open. Okay, so... Oh, there's another key in here. That looks like it's probably useful. So I'll take that with me. This is the green key, so this should unlock the hedge castle, I think, which is on the other side of the hedge maze, which is what we were trying to get through before. So like I was saying, the mazes in this, they sort of wrap around in unusual ways. So, for example, if you look at this section here, if I come up here and go off to the right here, I actually end up down to the left on that section there. Oh no! No! Bat's taken the key that I need. Give it back. Oh. Oh, this is so much harder. If I could find the sword and kill that bloody dragon, that would be great. Because he's getting really, really irritating. Come here. Thank you. Now, thankfully... Excuse me, that's my phone again. The bat can just pick up the dragons as well. In the original, I think he could pick up dragons' dead bodies, but I don't think he could actually pick up a live dragon, whereas he can in this one. Oh, you tit! There's so much noise outside today. I do apologise. One day I'll have money and I can move to the country or something. That's it. You take him away. We don't like him. Right, that key's still there. So I'm not going to go off to the side. Oh! Why? Right. Oh, there's a sword. Oh, it killed the dragon. Brilliant. Okay, so he's now dead until I die again. Because when you reset, it replenishes all the dragons. Okay, so if we go round here, there's two giant keys. Those are just scenery, I think. But they're indicating that we need this key to come in here. Oh, it's a labyrinth. And there's a green dragon in here. And flickering visuals. This is not what I wanted to happen. Where to go? Not that way. And the bat's got the red key at the minute. Nothing in that direction. Ah, there's an exit that way. Give me that. Oh, I don't need the green key, do I? No. Because I'm already inside the green palace. Whatever it is. Oh, we're in wraparound hell again. Okay, so not that way. This way? This way. Right. Okay, this is the bit they was talking about in the manual, I think, where you sort of choose your pathway. So you can go left to the Fire Kingdom. You go across these battlements. And now you're in the Fire Kingdom, which is red, because fire. It doesn't hurt you or anything. Ooh. There's the blue key. So that's for the ice castle. So if we grab that, and I hope we don't run into a bat again. So if we head back this way, wasn't it? Across the battlements. Through here. Over here. Now we're in Iceland. Not the supermarket. Or the country, for that matter. We're just in the Ice Kingdom. And I don't know where to go. Because I haven't learned these mazes yet. That's where we started. Okay, so we don't want to go for the side there. Down here? No. I guess we want to try and get up to that top bit there, maybe? Aha! Success! Into the ice castle. Across some more battlements. And there is nothing in the ice castle. So this was a productive trip. So now we need to track down that bloody bat and get that red key. Or find out where the bat dropped the red key. Hooray! All the fun of adventuring. Right, well, let's just have another look around here. I'm carrying this key so that if we do encounter the bat, we can just swap whatever it's carrying for what we've got. That's sort of the main strategy of dealing with the bat, is either making sure you're not carrying anything so that you can grab the bat, or having something in your hand that you don't need anymore that you can swap for whatever the bat is carrying. Of course, now that we want the bat, it is nowhere to be seen. There it is. And he's carrying the green key now. So that means he's left the red key somewhere. But where? That's a good question. I also can't find a way through. Go on, start off. Right, no way through there. Now exit that way. Ah, here we are. So, round. No, up here. There's the red key. But there's also a dragon. Because of course there is. Help. Oh, go. Oh wait, I can't see because of all the flickering. At least that dragon only hangs around. No. Oh, you turd burglar. Sorry. That's not something I should say, is it? Right. Red key. Sorry, these things just slip out sometimes when I'm frustrated. It is a funny phrase, though. Right. Now we have the red key. We should hopefully be able to get in here. Drop that off there. Run across here. And get lost in another maze. Oh, God. This doesn't seem like much of a maze, in fact. Not really sure where... Oh, God. Well. There's a chalice. Let's get out of here. Oh, God, he's following us. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Help. Ooh, I think we shook him off. Oh, no. Get away. Go away. I love that particular pulsing colours look. It's something I've very strongly associate with Atari. Oh god, no. I don't remember the route. I don't... Help. No. This way. And then... No. Oh god. Oh god, the bat's got the thing. I don't know how to do this. Down here? No. Ah. Right. Oh no! Well, I've at least removed the bat from the equation. So, now this will reset all the dragons. But the chalice should still be where we left it, unless the bat grabs it. I'm going to take the sword with me. And then we go down here, and over here, and down here. Juddering visuals. You're not seeing things, that is happening. Presumably one of many graphical glitches in this game, along with the flickery going on. I'd very much like to kill that red dragon. Yellow one will do. Oh, you don't. Fly away. Yeah. Oh! Juddering hellscape. We'll say that was some sort of dramatic earthquake. Poor old 2600. It's trying its best. Yeah, as I was saying, that sort of particular combination of flashing colours that we've got there, that always makes me think of Atari, even when I see it in a context that is not Atari. It just makes me think of that. Just that particular order that the colours come in and so on. There we are. We've done it. We've beaten Adventure 2 in 17 minutes and 29 seconds, I think that was, wasn't it? Not bad at all. So yeah, that's much more challenging than the first one. Even the first one on the second difficulty level. So, the dragons seem a lot more aggressive. There's a lot more of those dark rooms and mazes. There's more rooms in general. I think there's 17 more rooms in this than there are in the original, making for a total of 40 something altogether, I think. So it's quite a bit larger. You got the bat playing that more prominent role, I think, and all sorts of things. So yeah, that's good fun. It's a bit frustrating. Especially when the graphical glitches sort of start making it a bit difficult to find your way around. But yeah, good stuff. I enjoyed that. So there's now Adventure and Adventure 2. Now I think there is also I think the sequel to Haunted House, which we'll come to a bit later in this series. The Secret of Haunted House, Return to Haunted House, I think is also based on Adventure. So we'll have a look at that when we come to it. But for now, our adventure is over. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please help out the channel by leaving a like or a comment and subscribing. New episodes of Atari A to Z are on Tuesdays and Atari ST A to Z on Thursdays. Check out atariatoz.wordpress.com for a full archive. Do please also check out my other projects moegamer.net, where I explore Japanese and Japanese-inspired games from yesterday and today, and videopackgames.wordpress.com, which aims to catalogue a small but well-formed library of the Philips G7000 Videopack computer, also known as the Magnavox Odyssey 2. You can also support my work on Patreon or buy me a coffee. You can find links to do both down in the video description. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.